Hi folks, welcome to Blackbeard's Detailing YouTube channel. My name's Ross and today what I'm going to be doing is explaining the process of a safe wash. This is what customers can use to keep their cars pristine after they've been ceramic coated or after they've been detailed. I'm going to be using basic equipment, pressure washer, snow foam lance, 2 buckets, a quality wash mitt, quality shampoo. I'll be back right after this. Okay, now I've got the car here, it's been dropped off by the customer. The alloy wheels have been cleaned, the tyres have been cleaned. I'm going to cover them on a separate video. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jet wash the car down, after that snow foam the car. Okay, the car's now had its initial rinse. What that does is it helps get rid of any loose dirt contamination that's on the paintwork prior to the application of the snow foam. Make sure when you're doing this phase you don't get too close in with the jet wash. If you get too close in with the jet wash you might pass over a wee stone chip that you've not quite seen, loosen off some of the paint, cause some damage, so don't get too close. If there's any marks on there that aren't coming off the pressure washer, don't worry about it. The washing phase should take care of it. The washing phase doesn't, move on to a chemical phase to remove it. Don't sit and stay sustained pressure on the pressure washer at a certain point because you might damage your paint. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take the snow foam lance and I'm going to attach it onto the pressure washer. There's loads of different types of lances that you can pick up, loads of different types of snow foam as well, so use whichever one you want to use. If you're not too sure which one, get in touch and I'll recommend a couple for you. I'm going to go through the snow foam phase now. Start from the top of the car, work your way down, leave it for a good while, let it soften that dirt that's embedded on it. We'll go through and I'll apply it to the car now. Okay, now that didn't take too long to do. Once the snow's sitting on the car, you want to leave it on there for as long as possible. Today is an absolutely perfect day for detailing. Not too warm, it's not cold, there's no direct sunlight, it's overcast. This snow foam could probably sit on here for about half an hour if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it on there for about 10 minutes, leave it to soak in, let it soften off the surface contaminants, the dust, the dirt that's accumulated in this car over the past couple of months, and then go over it again with the pressure washer, rinse it all down. Whilst the car is sitting like this, I'm going to talk through a couple of things. First, be mindful of the hose that's connected to your pressure washer. A couple of folk in complain about cat scratches in their cars, saying oh somebody's cat's been crawling over the car and that. But what it certainly looks like is the hose, they've dragged the hose over the bonnet of the car, over the bumper, over the sides of the car as they've been washing it. Mindful of that, make sure you always kick it out of the way as you're going round the car. Don't just stay tight into the car, take a wide berth around it. That will make sure that the hose isn't going to catch any of the bodywork. Leave our snow foam on now to do its work and we'll come back and I'll rinse it off. the snow foam's now been given adequate time to soften any loose contaminants and dirt that's on the car paintwork. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over again with the pressure washer, again maintaining a distance between the end of the lance and the car to make sure you don't damage any paintwork. Okay, now that's the car rinsed off, what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the wash phase, the hand wash phase. Luckily, again, today, really overcast, it's not warm, so you should be able to do the entire car without having to rinse, until the end of course. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a clean wash mitt, make sure it's high quality, this one's lamb's wool. You've got your wash solution which has got your shampoo in it, and you've got your rinse solution which has just got clean water in. Now, with this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get pressure washer lance, I'm going to dip the nozzle in, give it a scoosh, and it should foam up absolutely fantastic. Right now, just a kind of couple of loose bubbles on the top of it. So to get it really thick, I'm going to put that in, give it a quick blast, and you should see it all, and they're starting to erupt out with nice lovely suds. Okay, that does it. That just brings it all nice and back bubbly again. The goal of your wash solution is to lubricate the wash mitt as it's getting dragged over the car. And I say drag because it should be dragged, it shouldn't be pushed, it shouldn't be pressed. It should just be on the surface, dragged along with minimal pressure. If you're coming across any surface contaminants which have got dead bugs, for example, tar spots, you do not under any circumstances want to rub at them because you will mar, scratch the paintwork. That's when you want to move on to a chemical decontamination phase. We're not going to do that in this car, it does not need it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a safe wash on it. Start at the top and work your way down the bottom of the car as follows. Okay, I like to split each kind of section into two, so top half of the car, the passenger side, the wash mitt goes into the rin bucket, gets put in and it gets squeezed a couple of times, then gets taken out, and that should be just as clean as it was when you first put that in there. What that's doing is it's making sure any of the surface contaminants which were picked up from the last panel that was washed are not put back into your clean wash solution and then put back onto the other panels of the car. Okay, now the roof section's been done, I'm going to move on to the bonnet section, and again just going to do one half of the bonnet and then move on to the second half. Okay, another tip, always wash straight lines, don't wash round in circles. Reason being, straight lines are so much easier to correct if there's any damage. If you do pick up any wee stones and there's a straight on it, it's easier to correct. than a swirl. Doesn't add any other time to the wash, just makes it that little bit easier to correct any defects might be put in the car during the wash phase. But hopefully this type of wash should limit that. Another wee tip, might have noticed every single time this goes into the wash bucket, it's taken out and rinsed. Once it's in the wash solution, your soap solution, before whatever panel I'm choosing to do, for example the bonnet, I was letting it run over the front wing. The soap solution is going to go down there and it's going to help loosen off any of the stuff that's on there. That's what this chemical's for. It's a lubrication, it's to soften, loosen off the dirt. So let it run down the car as you're going on, as long as it's clean, and it'll help you as you move on around the car.
Drop.
As you're going round the car, you want to try and make sure that the dirtiest panels are getting washed last. The dirtiest panel in this car is the back of it. It's the last panel that's going to get washed. Afterwards, I'm going to go round and I'm going to do the sills. Don't forget that if you feel like there's any type of resistance, or you can usually hear any type of it's almost like a scratchy, abrasive contact you can feel, just stop what you're doing, go back, rinse through your mitt again. You usually get that when you're dealing with really dirty panels. Normally, before I would do a car, I would do a citrus pre-rinse on the car, which would help combat that. But again, this is a how-to video for customers whose cars have been coated and they're looking to do it at home, easily and quickly. This isn't an in-depth detailing guide. Okay, now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the sills of the car. Normally I've got a brush I would use this with. It's a soft bristle, but don't expect everybody to have that. So with your spare wash mitt, or use the same wash mitt but make sure it gets washed afterwards. Just do exactly the same, but go round all your sills. Hey folks, it's a guide on how to do a safe wash in your car. It doesn't take much longer than normal. Make sure the car's nice, protected, looking clean. Rinse the car off now. The only thing to do is make sure that if it is a hot day, the sun is out, make sure that this stuff isn't going to be drying on the car, isn't going to be baking under the sun, because it will create watermarks. Folks, thanks for watching. If you've got any other suggestions for any other videos, let me know and I'll see what I can do. Any questions about what products to use, any advice, get in touch, I'm more than happy to help. Thanks.